Mental health access and integration are key topics at this year's Pasifika Medical Association conference. There's plenty of challenges, but also some good news out of the Cook Islands. Caleb Fotheringham, who's been attending the meeting in Rarotonga, has the story.
A young Cook Islands choir opened the conference to the 600 doctors, nurses and health professionals who made the trip from around the region to attend. Key topics were non-communicable diseases.
We also have high disease burden of non-communicable disease.
The number of healthcare workers.
We struggle, I'm sure everybody else in the region and globally, with the shortage of health professionals available.
And also mental health. Siulalili Dr. George Tuatama, who looks after the mental health services in Samoa, says there is a lot of ignorance.
There's always a stigma with mental health patients and discrimination, and I don't think it's something that's going to go away anytime soon. You know, the mental health disorders are sort of cursed beliefs of traditional origins.
In the Cook Islands, a one-of-the-kind study found Cook Islanders born in the Pacific have better outcomes than those born in New Zealand. Dr. Sam Manuela, who conducted the study, surveyed about 10% of the country's population. He found younger people are reporting more symptoms of anxiety and depression. However, compared to New Zealand, Dr. Manuela says less people are experiencing severe depression symptoms.
We do find in New Zealand that those who are Pacific born have better outcomes than those who are New Zealand born. So, there's something happening here in the Cook Islands that is good for our mental health.
Dr. Jimmy Orbed, Vanuatu's first and still only psychiatrist, says people are still dealing with the stress caused from the back-to-back tropical cyclones that arrived within days of each other in March. Now they need to think about the fast-approaching next cyclone season.
We're going into cyclone season pretty soon at the end of this year, November to April the next year. So that's something that we also have at the back of our mind, and how we are going to recover while still recovering from the twin cyclones, now preparing for this cyclone season.
Dr. Sione Vaka from the University of Waikato ran a session on supporting people with dementia. Dr. Vaka says Pacific people need to see themselves in mental health services. He says current services in New Zealand and some in the region are based on foreign framework and not on the indigenous way of thinking. Dr. Vaka says Pacific healthcare focuses on building a relationship and later asking illness questions.
For us, I need to know you before I tell you what's inside my heart. And if I don't know you, I don't trust you, and I won't tell you what's bothering me.
Dr. George Tuitama says cultural and traditional beliefs need to be integrated into mental health treatment.
In a mental health therapy and mental health treatments, we have multidisciplinary approaches. And spiritual and traditional and cultural aspects have to be taken into consideration. We cannot treat patients fully with mental disorders and mental illnesses without encompassing their full cultural background.
The Pasifika Medical Association conference finishes on Monday local time in Atutaki.